And welcome back. The Supreme Court ruled to preserve access to the abortion drug Mifepristone. The unanimous decision came down on Thursday and continues the trend of significant decisions the court has made regarding women's health. Joining me now once again to break this all down is our courts and legal reporter for The Hill, Zach Schonfeld. Zach, welcome back once again.
Glad to be back.
Well, take us back. Where did this case come from and what arguments were made?
Yeah, this case first got a lot of national attention when last spring a federal judge in Texas had agreed with the plaintiffs in this case and had revoked the FDA's approval of Mifepristone, both their original approval of the pill back in 2000 and then also a series of recent changes that they have made to the pill to ease access. This is a pill that's used in more than half of abortions nationwide. So when that ruling came down from that federal judge, a Trump-appointed judge, we should note, it got certainly a lot of attention. Ever since, it's been winding through a lengthy appeals process, and all of these various rulings that have been coming down from lower courts over the last few months in the last year or so, they've all been on hold because the Supreme Court had previously stepped in and said, until all of these appeals are exhausted, Mifepristone access will remain unchanged. But now, today, in this case, the Supreme Court getting the final word, saying that the plaintiffs do not have legal standing to actually challenge Mifepristone's access, so the pill's access now remains unchanged.
Does this leave any wiggle room for states to make their own decisions, or would access be protected nationwide?
In terms of Mifepristone, this is something that this is an FDA approval, and so it will remain intact nationwide. However, of course, this does nothing to say about any of the many abortion restrictions that are being passed by Republican state-led legislatures. All of those, varying laws that restrict abortions at, various times during the pregnancy. All of those remain intact. This opinion says nothing about those. So in many ways, on other fronts, the abortion battle remains unchanged, but at least as it comes to this very important drug, as like I said, is used in more than half of abortions nationwide, at least that piece for now is remaining unchanged. So no changes there.
Zach, was this at all surprising that the court made a unanimous decision?
Yeah, I don't think this was surprising after the oral arguments, and that's because this case, the reasoning here didn't actually get to the merits of whether the FDA's approval of Mifepristone in 2000 was actually lawful and proper. Instead, the Supreme Court, all 9 justices, both conservative justices and liberal justices, saying that the plaintiffs here, their theory of legal standing, they have to show that they actually suffered injury here, they said went too far, and that their various complicated theories were just too complicated and speculative. So the Supreme Court not actually opining on whether the FDA was proper in approving Mifepristone back in 2000. So in theory, another plaintiff down the road could still try to bring this kind of lawsuit.
Zach, how has this ruling been received on both sides of the aisle?
This ruling has really, especially among Democrats and pro-abortion advocates, this ruling has been met with relief, especially after the Supreme Court took that big step 2 years ago and overturned Roe versus Wade. The fear among these advocates was that when this case was coming up to the Supreme Court, that they would simply uphold this ruling from the judge back in Texas that suspended Mifepristone access nationwide. So we saw a lot of concern there. We also saw a lot of attention on this case, not only from folks watching the abortion issue, but also how it could change the FDA's authority when it comes to medications on other issues. The Biden administration had argued that if the plaintiffs here were allowed to challenge the FDA's approval of Mifepristone, what's to stop a plaintiff down the road from challenging another drug that the FDA has approved down in the future? So I think from those advocates, even among a conservative-leaning Supreme Court here, they're certainly feeling a lot of relief.
Zach Schonfeld, thank you very much for joining us on Capitol Review.
Good to be with you.